Hey everyone, this is Chef Steve from Steve Cooks Stuff. Welcome back to another episode of the show. Today we've got some exciting dishes we're going to be making up for you, starting with a Parmesan Crusted bone-in chicken thigh over a potato and onion medley that's going to go in the oven. To start, I've already got everything kind of prepped and cut up for you here. I've got my pan on kind of a medium heat. This is just a Lodge cast iron skillet. I want to add just a little bit of olive oil to get that starting to heat up a little bit. And here I've got one Idaho potato and then a half of a sweet potato. They're peeled and they are just kind of cut up into little half-inch pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and add those to my pan. Now, most of this cook is going to happen in the oven. So there's a real low simmer happening right now. I'm not too worried about it. Because in a minute it's going to go into the oven and it's going to do its real thing. But I'm just going to kind of get my base started here. So I'm going to add those potatoes, then I'm going to add my yellow onion, about a half a yellow onion diced up there. Just get that going there. A little bit of garlic, fresh garlic minced up. We'll put some of that in there, maybe a tablespoon or so. And then we want to get our chicken going. So I've got 4 bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. They've been washed, dried, ready to go, and this is a grated, like a fine grated Parmesan cheese. So this is essentially going to serve as our breading. Instead of breadcrumbs, we're going with the cheese crust today. So I've got that laid out there. I've got this Kinder's, it's called their blend. It has salt, pepper, and a little bit more garlic minced in there. So I always just like to kind of sprinkle some of that in there like that. I'm also going to go ahead today and just use some of their blackened seasoning. I like using this. It's not super hot, but it gives it that nice kind of smoky blackened flavor to your dishes. Definitely goes well with the Parmesan cheese and everything else we got going. So just kind of mix that around a little bit like that. And in this bowl, I've got 1 egg and about 2 tablespoons of a spicy Dijon mustard, a little bit of lemon and a little bit of water. And I just kind of whisk that up so that it has just a nice even consistency to it. So now I'm ready to go. I'm gonna give this one more little stir, get this ready. And all I'm gonna do now is go with 1 chicken thigh into the dredge, really quick, both sides, and then into this parm blend. You just wanna get a nice little layer of the mix right there on top, and then just lay it right there on top of those potatoes. Keeping this hand dry, I'm going back in with my left hand into the dredge. This is just really, between the mustard and the lemon and the egg for the binding, this is just a great base to start this dish with. Second one in, third one into the dredge, into the Parmesan. I've been making this for quite a few years now, actually. Sometimes, again, I like to say that with my dishes, there's kind of a base technique to everything that I do, this being one of them. And, what I've chosen to prepare for you today is this mix of a couple kind of potatoes and some onions. But certainly over the years, I've put all kinds of other stuff in there. What I'm gonna do is just show you how to make this particular dish, show you how it comes out at the end, tell you how delicious it is, so that you can turn around and do it for yourself. I'm going to add my 4th chicken thigh right on top, and believe it or not, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the oven. The oven is already heated at 400 degrees. It's going to go in there for about 30 to 40 minutes. I'm going to check it at 30 just to make sure that Parmesan's not getting too browned or burnt. If it is, I'll put a piece of foil over it. But in the meantime, we're going to let that go to work. I'll throw it in the oven. I'll be right back. Now, right out of the oven, we also have our Parmesan Crusted Chicken thighs, skin-on chicken thighs, with a potato and onion medley underneath. These went in the oven at 400 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. I didn't end up having to cover them with foil. This is just as is. There's no turning. They just sit there. As the chicken thighs cook, the juices release from the chicken thighs down into the potatoes and just get everything all perfectly cooked in there. So what I want to do is, I like doing this demonstration too. So remember, there's no breadcrumbs. It's just all Parmesan cheese. know if you can hear that. Get my microphone close. But, you know, there's no need to have breadcrumbs on a dish like this. If you just want cheese, no need to add anything else. So what we can do is just move these to the side, take our spoon, and just kind of stir these around a little bit. Because as I said, the chicken juices cooked down into the potatoes. And so if you want to talk about a flavor bomb, this is it right here. So we're just going to scoop some of these potatoes out like that. And we'll reach over, grab one of our chicken thighs, set it right there on top. And there you have it. Now, just to finish things off, we'll take a little bit of lemon, give it one more little hit, and then a little bit more of the fresh Parmesan cheese right on top. And that lemon juice will help it kind of stick on there. Just give it like that. So now we're talking about a good plate. And then for a last little dose of color, just a little flat leaf parsley. There it is. Parmesan crusted chicken thighs over a potato medley. I hope you enjoyed watching today. I really enjoyed cooking these dishes for you. I hope you're inspired. I hope you want to go out and try them. You can always check out my website, www.stevecookstuff.com. And I've got a cookbook coming up real soon here. So stay tuned for that as well. Keep cooking, keep inspiring, and keep enjoying life. Thanks again.